Welcome to EnDuhMeTreeOwSuhs with me, Chloe Kidd, where I am going to be talking about everything circulating around the condition I have got called endometriosis. These episodes that I'll be creating are my own opinion and what I have researched. Hi all, thank you for all the feedback I got on my first episode. It hasn't been easy, unfortunately, to put something like this together, as I have been writing everything down on a writing pad so I don't forget to miss anything out to do with this condition. Today I'm going to talk to you about my diagnosis of endometriosis. Everything I'm now going to tell you is my personal experience and my own opinion. When I first heard the words endometriosis, I didn't really know what it was until I googled it, and I know what people say, you should never Google your symptoms on the internet. Brett and I were a bit shocked to see what was on the internet about it and how it affects us women, especially only 1 in 10 women have this condition. I must admit, it has taken me a while to get diagnosed with endometriosis because unfortunately it took a while to find out why I was constantly in pain and finding the right treatment. It all started when I first got my periods. I think I must have been about 12 or 13. When I first got them, and they used to cause me a lot of pain, and I used to flood quite badly, that I don't know how many times a day that I used to change my pads. I got put on the combined pill to begin with, called Listerine 20, which I took for 3 weeks, then had a break in between. This did help, but not with the cramping during the time of the month. As a teen, I also remember how many times I got admitted in and out of hospital. The amount of times the doctors used to panic thinking it was my appendix. I have now lost count how many times that is. I used to be assessed in A&E and then get admitted because of my temperature and my blood's being abnormal, but they still found nothing and used to say it was mid-cycle pain. After that diagnosis, the latest was IBS, which doesn't surprise me because of the chronic bowel issues I have had in the past, which is now under control with what I eat. During the time I was getting diagnosed with IBS, I was getting severe headaches and my family thought it was linked to my pill, as I wasn't on any other medication. I went to the doctors and explained my situation, and she asked how long I've been on it for, and I said, well, I think since I started my periods. So she changed my pill completely to the mini pill, which I'm now on, called de-estradiol, which you don't get a break, you keep on taking it until you want to try for a baby. It wasn't until recently that I was getting pains in my back and sides that I started thinking that this wasn't IBS anymore. My family thought it could be my pill causing my pain again, but the doctors were adamant it wasn't and decided to refer me to a urogynecologist, which I didn't see a urogynecologist. I saw a urologist first. I give credit to majority of the urology team, which I got seen by them. Some of the consultants were worried and were adamant that I only had muscle damage or pulled a muscle in my back, but didn't explain the pain in my sides or my abdomen area. During this time as well, I was constantly having UTIs, urinary tract infections, also known as water infections, that I would get to put on the antibiotics and it wouldn't clear my symptoms up. I had a cystoscopy to make sure my bladder was okay and my womb, which it was, and that there was no damage, so then they referred me to gynecology and pain management. Whilst I was waiting to seen by gynecology, I got seen by pain management. Since urology thought it was just back pain or my body not resetting itself properly to think I still had the pain when really I didn't. Pain management team have been brilliant and have helped me a lot before I got seen by gynecology. They have really trialled and error with me, 3 medications, and to try and stop this back spasm, but nothing seemed to work and that I would be sick with the medication. They tried upping my dose of amitriptyline from 10 milligrams to 20 milligrams, which didn't work. Then they tried me on duloxetine, and I was on that temporarily till recently that I've come off it. It was not till recently, end of last year, beginning of this year, that I've been seen by gynecology, and I'll say this now, they've been absolute godsends, and I wouldn't know what to do without them if it wasn't for my finding out that what I have through laparoscopy. When I went to my appointment, I explained everything that was going on, and I have had no endo scans to find out what my problems was. And I explained where my pain was, and that only thing that used to numb the pain was morphine, and that I didn't want to be put on that long term. He said to me that I had two options: either another scan, which in my personal opinion was going to be a waste of time and that you weren't going to find nothing, or a laparoscopy, which is keyhole surgery, where a camera gets put into your stomach, pumps you up with carbon dioxide, and it looks at your insides. I went straight for the surgical option. I thought in my head it would put me more at ease and that I might have more of a chance of finding out what's actually going on inside my body. The only downside was I was going to wait a year for my laparoscopy. This was back in September/October. Whilst I was waiting for my laparoscopy, it was a fact of trying to find the right medication for the pain to die down. As I was having sleepless nights and was crying in my sleep, the person I felt sorry for the most was Brett, and I still do, as I do have an odd episode when I'm in chronic pain. I went to A&E because this is what the doctors and 111 advised I did, and I saw a female doctor there. To be honest, I'm quite grateful for the medication she gave me, but what I wasn't happy with is about how she went about it, and that it should be my doctor's problem and not ours. But anyway, I'm now on a tablet called methylphenic acid, and I take that 3 times a day after I've had food. It isn't till recently, about 3 weeks ago, that I had my laparoscopy and being diagnosed with endometriosis. I would have thought it was a stage 1, it didn't look too serious and was only just the start of it. But I will say this, I have now been so relieved to find out what the cause of my pain was. And I know some women are still struggling to be diagnosed today. All I say to you girls is keep pushing, get them to do urine dips, tell them that antibiotics aren't helping you. Mention to them, I think I might have endometriosis. If it wasn't for a duty A&E doctor from Ipswich Hospital, I wouldn't have the diagnosis that I've got today, and I wouldn't have to manage it and how to look after my body. I have met now tons of women that has it, including people that I never knew that I'm close to. I'm going to conclude this episode here. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it. If you left a rating and a review, you can find show notes on my Facebook page and on my YouTube channel, which is spelled the pronunciation way of endometriosis. Go follow me on social media as well, which is Facebook, which is the same spelling, but I had to change my Instagram to EnDuhMeTreeOwSuhs, and I will catch you in the next episode.